So, hey there, this is Dirk with DMP Home Inspections, and this is your mentor moment. A big thank you to all of you for tuning in, and a big thank you to InterNACHI for supporting this podcast and helping us reach other inspectors, entrepreneurs, and small business owners. We are so glad you're here. Today's podcast is entitled Preparing to Prep. Okay. With me today is Eric Jensen, the owner of Hatteras Insurance here in Florida. He's a friend of mine, and for just over a year now, and we've had some really great conversations, everything under the sun. And the reason I brought you in was because of your background, not just in insurance, but because of the many successful businesses that you've consulted on, your technology, your focus on just helping people throughout. When you find a need, you just go for it. So let's just go with that. What do you say there, Eric?
Yeah, it sounds great. Thank you so much, Dirk, for that. I appreciate it. And it is wonderful to be here, getting to speak to everyone on this InterNACHI podcast. Wonderful to be here. And like you said, my name is Eric Jensen, owner of Hatteras Insurance. We are an independent insurance agency located out of the Villages, Florida. And I moved here, about 4 years or so ago, started up the agency just a couple of years ago, right around the time I think we met. I had decided to jump into the crazy world of independent insurance agency ownership. And I say it's kind of a symptom of my other businesses that you had mentioned earlier on this introduction. So it's something that I really wanted to do to help the local community, really bring awareness to the different coverages that can be afforded and give some other options to folks around here. Just shake it up a little bit and be able to bring some new carriers in with the relationships that I've had.
Yeah, I've seen you actually work, and it's amazing to actually hear you say, like, somebody will just go off topic and all of a sudden you just follow them right in there. And I know that's a lot to do with networking and how you actually run
Hmm.
between each other. And I would say you're probably one of the top networkers I've met in my life because you really can put people together. And I know that you've also mentored other insurance agents too.
Absolutely. Yeah, it really is about mentoring others and growing and fostering the people that you're directly in charge of, so to speak. I never like to say a boss. I'm a leader first, and I guess that comes from my many years of scouting, being an Eagle Scout and going through that entire program. And it's always been about giving back and really being a part of the community and mentoring folks. So for me, it's whether it's here in Florida, back in my home state of Massachusetts or Connecticut or anywhere across, recently I was out in Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been out in Nevada, that whole area to being up north near the Canadian border. We have friends, family, and connections all over this wonderful country. And thank you for that about being a great networker. But you helped me become that great networker because we have so much opportunity to talk and see each other throughout the week, and we do those one-to-ones. And it's only helped me become a better networker.
So what is some of your biggest like hurdles that you run into a lot when you're dealing with other insurance agents and trying to like
Yeah.
teach them?
Yeah, they're a lot of times kind of stuck in the old way, if you will, almost afraid to use technology because we have so much of it out there. So it's really helping and mentoring that technology can be your friend and your partner in helping you grow and scale your business, but also grow your employees. I think that's been a big piece of helping the agency owners kind of come across that finish line with strength is being able to coach their employees that hey, not only is technology great or AI or whatever you're trying to incorporate, it's here to help you move to the next level, not like eliminate your position. I think that's been a lot of the scared uh, kind of mentality around it, right? Kind of having that fear of if I introduce this, am I going to have to get rid of people? But we teach them and mentor them how to, I don't want to say repurpose, but sometimes it really is finding that new role for your existing employees and then coaching and being able to mentor them in that new role. So that's really been a great thing that I've been able to do over these last few years of being independent.
Well, I know living here in Florida, we have these things that are called hurricanes, and and a lot of these insurance companies actually go out of business because
Yeah.
of uh, just stupid things that I'm guessing that the agent didn't really inform their customer on.
Yeah, it
It,
can be such a variety of things, whether it's just lack of asking the right questions. Maybe the client really needed that rate to be a certain rate in order for them to afford the bill. So there was sacrifice of coverage. There's just so many different things. But as far as carriers going under, a lot of times it's risk management. So unfortunately, the carriers can enter into the market, undervalue where the policy should really be. In turn, you end up with much higher claims than they did on the actual income. So makes them insolvent. They don't have enough of a nest egg. Maybe their reinsurance wasn't strong enough. It's very, very common here to happen. Unfortunate for a lot of the folks, but we are partnered with those long-term carriers. So what we really try to coach people is we can get you the best rate, but that's oftentimes going to be with probably, yes, a financially stable carrier, but it may not be a carrier that's been here for too long, versus maybe going with a more seasoned carrier that will have been here for 40, 50, 60 years and they really understand Florida. The rate might be a little bit higher, but you're not going to play the game of having to find a new carrier every year.
and I also noticed, like, I had a customer that you actually gave to another insurance brokerage just because you saw that there was better potential with them. And see,
Hmm.
that's what I think of mentorship is really just giving back and forth and really helping each other grow, not just money wise, but really that professional ism that goes into what you
Yeah,
do.
it really is. And I can thank that relationship is because of you. You introduced me, and I had, we had a one-to-one, as we like to call them. Um, and I was talking to you about, oh, I really need this, I really need that. And you said, you know what, I think so and so would be a really good match. And a lot of independent agents do have good relationships with their neighborhood agents that are, within a few miles. But there's also a good percentage that are afraid to have that relationship. Um, and for us, it's all about having that relationship because what's best for the client, being able to mentor that client and say, yes, I could, love to take care of you, but really the best place for you is with so and so because they have access to that carrier. And I think that's really important. And that created a whole new relationship and an opportunity to talk and mentor and learn um, about things that I didn't know. So that was really a big thank you to you, Dirk, for that introduction, amongst many others that you are well connected yourself, my friend.
My goal is to be the master connector, and I know Ivan Meisner talks about this in BNI that to be a master connector is guess
Hmm.
what? You got to do the one-to-ones. You have to get to know and start relationships, and really that's what all of this is all about. And we want to continue those relationships so that we can foster and we can grow it and we can prune it if we have to. But in the long run, it's going to continue to grow and manifest even bigger things. And like
Absolutely.
I was talking with one of my uh mentees that I was working with, and he's called out a couple of inspectors and said, "Hey, can I help? Can you help me on this and that?" And they just hang up the phone on him. And so I said, it's funny because, if you have your hand open, that's an open communication. If you have your hand
Hmm.
closed, that's closed communication. You want your hand to be open so that you can not only get referrals, but also hand them off. Because
Hmm.
it's not about really, it's that relationship that you want to continue to manifest, even in your industry, my industry, every industry out there. Keep your hand open.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it really is about that because things will come back to you, good karma, right? Let's just think about that for a moment, right? So that's what I'm always thinking about is do a good turn daily or do a good deed daily as and one of the things at scouting that I've always taken away from and try to instill in myself every day. Help at least one person, whatever that is. If it's calling up and giving advice or picking that phone up even when you don't have quite enough time in your day, right? We all have our busy days, our busy moments, and it's like, you know what, I really need to do this. And it's about helping the other people because in turn they'll help you. It might not be today or tomorrow. It might be a year or 5 years from now. And doing it just makes you feel it's so gracious, so grateful, I guess. Many different words, but fulfilled, blessed. It comes back tenfold to you. Just help, walk out the door and just help someone, whether or not they ask it, but you can tell if someone needs that help, whether in business or your personal life. And I believe we've found that, Dirk. You've helped me so many times. I've had referrals to you. You speak about referrals, and it's like, man, this person really needs an inspection. Do you think you could help them out? And that's just been amazing.
Well, and that's what we're here for is to help each other out. It's not really all about me and it's not all about you. It's about helping that person in the middle, trying to find the right connection with each other. And we want to
Hmm.
make sure that they're getting good advice, but they're also getting the best advice because you
Hmm.
might send them to some other insurance agent that doesn't know what they're doing, and they could lead them down the wrong path, saving me a couple $100 by calling my insurance company and saying, "Hey, I'm going to use my vehicle as a work vehicle." That puts the better liability on that vehicle. I mean, just that simple
Hmm.
conversation has saved me, what, $1,000 or something like that a year. It's just
Yeah.
that, and I wouldn't have known that unless we had a relationship and we were talking about just anything and everything under the sun.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's part of really fostering a great relationship is your conversations can extend beyond just maybe what you're initially drawn together. Maybe it's a work matter, or maybe it's something that you have in common and your personal lives, whatever that is, when you have that time to really build the relationship. And I think BNI, like and trust that person. It's so much truth to that statement. And I joined BNI, I don't know, so many years ago, back when my brother and I first started a business in 2001. And I think BNI came around, we were in it maybe 2006-ish, 2005, somewhere around there. And those no like and trust were just they always stuck with me. And then when I rejoined, it really came full circle. I think with just the years that passed, you really understand so much more about your relationships and how important those three words are. And I know, like, and trust you, Dirk. I don't ever have to worry. If I had a problem on the side of the road tomorrow, I could call you, and I know you'd be there, and vice versa. So I think that's really important throughout everything you do. Your clients, people who you're mentoring, is really getting to know them, and then you can build the rest of the stuff from there.
Exactly. And it's more than just saying that you're going to do something. It's actually going that extra mile. So we're almost out of time right now. And how can they get a hold of you, Eric, if they are in Florida, or do you actually do other states too?
We do a few other states, really primarily focus on Florida, but we do have Connecticut, North Carolina, Michigan, New Hampshire, and Maine under our belt. So we can certainly help there for homeowners, auto, business insurance, yacht, boat, etc. All your toys. Give us a call, 352-218-6848, 352-218-6848. Or you can visit us online, hatterisinsurance.com. And I think you're going to leave some details in maybe the description or whatever have you. Or send us an email, Eric, ERIK, at hatterisinsurance.com.
Yeah, it sounds great, Eric. And even if they have some questions, I know that you're available to answer them, and if
Hmm.
not, your team will definitely be. So, anyways,
Absolutely.
this is Dirk with your mentor moment. And until next time, inspect what you expect, serve before you sell, and always keep growing and moving forward. Thanks for being here. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast. And if you do have any other businesses that you know that could benefit from this, please uh, show them. Show them where we're at. We can definitely use the support. We definitely want to keep making these podcasts, and we want to have some fun with this. So, thanks for being here. Bye.